Well, hey, Ben, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, let's go ahead and get into the latest episode of Love Island, honey. Let's talk about it. I'm sleep. I'm sleep. I'm sleep. That's what it was giving me. It was giving me a nap. That's what it was giving me, okay? The episode was bore to the ting. Hear ye, hear me, okay? Let's just go ahead and hop into the show pretty much. Trina and Miss Bailey over there talking about Jeremy, okay? Whatever the hell they were saying about Jeremy that they could think of. All right. Then who we get to? Bailey gets the text message. This is the gag for me. They get the text message for them to play the game to learn what it is that we had to say about them. Y'all really didn't give us a whole lot for the episode, so I kind of felt like the game could have been a bit longer, but it was only long enough for us to see where somebody said something about each individual person. But I'm like, it could have been a bit longer though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that. And once again, I said this yesterday, I would totally take a Casa Amor video reveal over these damn tweets if we gonna be like that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. But you know what, a lot of the people, I mean, the Casa Amor thing would have only made sense for Kyra and Will. It wouldn't have made sense for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, everybody else pretty much came together after Casa Amor when I think about it. So it only would have pertained to those two. So with that being said, actually, what was wrong with them rolling that beautiful bean footage? What was wrong with that? It ain't like y'all had to slice and dice a whole lot of shows. Y'all could have just pulled that together and had it ready for them. Okay, but whatever. Let's move on. Okay, the question of, I think Bailey, was it Bailey? She went up first and she snatched the thing and it talked about who had the best body. Of course, they were going to put the positive things out, which is when it comes to Atlanta, because Atlanta was the one that everybody feels as though they love her body and she has the best body. I thought it was interesting that Jeremy went and so it wasn't Atlanta. It wasn't Bailey that pulled the first one. It was Jeremy, because he went and he poured it on Miss Kyra. I was like, okay, I guess if that's what y'all get out of that. I thought they were actually going to say Olivia, because I have seen tweets where people really like Olivia's body, or more so her breast. But they chose our girl Atlanta, and I wasn't mad at it. She needed that boost or whatever, especially after hearing her story and what she has experienced in the past with people down talking to her shape. And she's gorgeous, and I think sometimes people may make that take away from somebody's beauty for some reason. I feel like people are judging them based off that, when it's like, yo, she's just a beautiful girl. It is what it is. Andre Tupperware, that's his new name. He's Tupperware because he has taken over the leftovers. The people have called Miss Trina the leftovers. Now that was not right. Okay, we see where y'all coming from. We see what y'all trying to say. Okay, because she was left over by a few people like Jeremy, Cinco. I think that was it. I feel like it could have been somebody else, but not really. Because I feel like when she paired up with Corey, she actually saved Corey. Okay, but whatever. They ain't have to do her like that, calling that girl a leftover and calling him a piece of Tupperware. Y'all was wrong for that, ma'am. Okay, y'all should have called everybody up there Tupperwares, to be honest, because they've been harvesting Jeremy from the very beginning. Okay. And he's some expired and spoiled old milk while he's still sitting up in that house, honey. Your expiration date has passed, and they continue to keep you around, honey, but whatever. All right. Now, Trina, the question was, we think such and such has had deeper conversations with that girl. And I'm like, why? How y'all gonna call Miss Mama that girl? No, call her by her name, okay? Call her by her name. Her name is Flo. Call that lady by her name, okay? Tell me something. That girl. He's had deeper conversations with that girl in one day that he's had with this girl over here, honey, in 3 weeks. We already knew. Miss Trina know what's up. Miss Trina in the house, she see what's going on. That lets me know that we ain't crazy on the outside with how we see what's going on the inside, okay? Which was interesting, because Trina and them was saying that they didn't give a damn what nobody had to say, and don't nobody believe them and stuff, but y'all was able to understand where we was coming from when we was talking about Will and Kyra and how Kyra forgave him so quickly. But then when it comes down to us telling Olivia, like, girl, you faking it with Corey, we the lie. Where's the lie? We the lie. We the lie? That don't even, girl, bye. Okay, but I'm sure I'll get into that more. So Kyra sees that, you know, they dumped that on her and stuff and all on Will. And she sees that that was a fact. So she don't really know what to do. She just a little, Okay, she don't want to believe it. Kyra's not going to believe it. Atlanta, Jeremy is the Grim Reaper of Love Island. All of the girls he's gotten with has left, but he is still here. Now, that was a good one. I hollered. Jeremy talking about he likes that name. I'm saying, I bet you do. I bet you do, honey. I bet you do like that name. What else happened? Kyra. Olivia needs an Emmy for acting like she likes Corey. Y'all both need a damn Emmy, to be honest. Y'all both need some type of SAG award or something going on over there, honey, because y'all both was faking with the people, okay? But what was interesting was Kyra poured the bottle on Trina and Charlie. I said, how you get Trina and Charlie? How did you do that? What do you mean? How did you get those two? Where did that come from? Is there something going on that we didn't know anything about? What's that? I don't know. I mean, maybe she was just pouring shit on people. I don't know. Olivia says people can think what they want, and she knows what she knows. And I'm like, and we know what we know. So, girl, bye. What else is going on? What else is happening? Right. Okay. Olivia, Charlie had, when it came to Charlie has no personality. Okay. And he dry AF. So that was funny when she ended up dumping that on him because once again, you were right. Charlie is dry. So why is it that those tweets about the other people in the house are right, but the ones about you were wrong? Yeah. Okay. All right. Will, sorry, not sorry. Jeremy doesn't seem genuine. Instead, I thought it was going to be Jeremy that didn't seem genuine, but it ended up being Bailey. And I was kind of shocked by that because I felt like I think Bailey has been very genuine since she's been in the house. But Bailey really took that to heart for some reason. I didn't really understand. I don't think I got the full backstory as to why she was so sensitive to hear people say that she wasn't genuine at all. I don't know where that came from. I didn't see her as not being a genuine person. That was wrong. I'm like, who said that? And I said I was gonna go back and watch the episode and look at some of them names they had listed down there with the tweets or whatever. I'm like, I need to see if these people is real or if y'all just created y'all account when the show started, because that's probably the producers up there saying it. But anyway, honey, I guess let's move on. Corey, when Corey came up there, who was he talking about? Such and such forgave such and such too quickly. It ended up being Miss Kyra. Okay, Kyra says, I wonder who that is. I'm like, B-I-T-U? I wonder who that is. We talk about you, ma'am. It's you, Susie. Okay, Corey knew exactly who to go to, though. He knew exactly who to go to. Will says that he feels like he has always been honest with her. I felt like I can't, even if you feel like you've been trusted, you know, you've been honest with her, it's something about Will that I just cannot trust. I do not trust him. And the fact that they're playing the game and that came out, as soon as he heard his name, he immediately looks over to Kyra and then he says, whatever he says to her, like, I've always been honest with you and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I saw it was something about that I don't like, but I loved how the girls went to Kyra towards the end of the show and started calling Will's card. So now hopefully she'll open her eyes, even though I don't think she is. What else happened? Atlanta was happy to hear about positive things about her body. Olivia hates that her intentions were questioned. Girl, not more than Jeremy's, okay? And I don't think that was fair to oh no, I'm thinking about Bailey. Olivia said that she hated her intentions were questions. Don't hate it, girl, because that's exactly how we feel. When it comes to Bailey, she started crying about not being a genuine person. I just felt like I don't think that was fair. I don't think that was fair to Bailey. I haven't seen any of those tweets. I don't think that's fair to Bailey at all. But you know, she took it to heart, honey. So it is what it is. Okay, Corey. When it gets to Corey, I cannot stand Corey. Corey says, no, I don't believe it. No. I mean, hey, if she said it, then guess what? Then she does deserve an Emmy for real, because I don't see anything like what everybody else see. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, I like her, and I think she likes me too. So, you know, I don't care about that. I don't believe it. I'm like, ugh, I hate to see him just talk sometimes. Like, Corey gets on my fucking nerves. Said Corey. Okay, what else happened? When it comes to Will talks about how he and Kyra have had their most deepest conversations when they pillow talk. And I'm still wondering how. How are y'all do more sucking each other's faces than you do talking at any point when we see y'all. Ever. 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 We never see y'all have any deep conversations for real. All we see y'all do is suck each other's face. So, okay. Corey says, when it came to the question, do you think they were talking about Flo? Will says he doesn't think that they were talking about Flo because he and Flo's conversations have always been surfaced. I don't necessarily believe that at all. I feel like whoever said what they said, it was right. Like, your conversations seem to be more surface with Kyra than they were with Flo. I can't. And Will is a player. That's just the bottom line. But let's move on. Olivia and Trina. Okay, Trina says that no one's leftover, but she is questioning whether or not Andre is there for the right reasons. I'm like, girl, ain't no point in questioning this. Y'all about to be over with now. Trina reassures her that she is genuine and that she does like Corey. I'm like, girl, you over here. Trina, shut up, Trina. You know she fake. How you spot everything else? You done spot everything else when it came down to your turn and knowing the ins and outs of Will and Kyra, but you gonna get your cornflake headed over here, okay, and sit up there and lie to this girl and tell her that you believe that her and Corey have a genuine connection. You wrong for that, Miss Sue. What else we got going on? Okay. Oh, they want to talk to Kyra about the situation with Will. They feel as though she probably gonna cry. I'm like, y'all know Kyra's sensitive. Y'all know Kyra is sensitive. She like everything to be perfect. She don't want nobody to tell her nothing wrong. So of course she's going to cry. Will talks with Andre about him and Kyra being past the issue, and he talks about how his feelings for Kyra are bigger. Like, they're bigger now. Basically, this is his way of saying that it's growing. The love or the like or whatever he got from Miss Kyra. But I feel like it's BS because you still won't even make this girl your girlfriend. Y'all have been in the house for damn near a month or more. You've been there with her, coupled up with her, and a lot of you guys that have come out the house have said, like, you know, dang, you're with this person all day, 24/7. So it makes you feel like you've known them much longer than what you've known them. So then what's the issue with actually officially making it real? And you guys talk about being outside of the house. So what's wrong with that? And here's the difference. It's like with Cash and Cinco, yeah, they didn't make it official inside of the villa, but when they came out, they decided to, you know, take things slow and stuff. But I think that's going to be very possible. They're not going to live in the same state or anything. But with Kyra and Will, I mean, y'all already give off the illusion that y'all are indeed in a relationship. And y'all live like up the street from each other. So why not just go ahead and make this a done deal? What are we waiting for? What are you playing about? I don't understand that. What else going on? I think I said that. Oh yeah, he says that he told Kyra everything and he doesn't understand why the public, you know, if Kyra understands, why don't we understand? We ain't gotta understand, okay? We ain't stuck in your damn face. She don't understand anything. She didn't have to understand. She chose to understand. And she chose to move forward with wherever she was with you. That's her fault. That's not our fault. Okay, we can hold you to the fire. We're not in love with you. She is. Okay. Andre says he and Trina are friends, and that's a good thing because the foundation is friendship. And I'm like, Andre, if you just want to be friends with Trina, just say that. Because even when Trina goes to him at a later time and she asks him, like, what are you trying to do? Like, are you trying to be in a romantic situation or just friendship? He told her, what did that boy tell that girl? He told her something like, it doesn't have to, what did he say? I'm trying to remember. Okay, Andre says that he tells her that there are no rules or something like that. That's what he said. And I'm like, there are no rules, but you ain't giving her no answers. I'm confused. Which one is it? Which one are you trying to do? So I didn't like that he wasn't very clear about that, which makes me think that he's not necessarily attracted to Trina at all. But, you know, it's cool for what it is because he has a couple. And, you know, should they have to face eliminations anytime soon, we may vote for them to stay in the house or something. So I think he sees where he's safe. What else happened? Kyra and Olivia, the challenge, I think Kyra said that the challenge was difficult for her, and she has a lot of trust issues, and she said she would hate to find out that she was lied to. I feel like Kyra should let this just really be a reminder to like take things slow. If these are things people are already saying in the villa, and then the public is also saying the same thing, this is your time to take things slow. But instead, Kyra says she doesn't care what the public has to say because she believes there is a life for them on the outside. And I'm like, well, I hope before you go on the outside, he gives you an actual relationship. Because if not, I feel like you get what you settle for. So if you are okay with being in this space, he's going to move and assume that you're going to be okay with that when you get outside of the villa. So I think she does need to put her foot down when it comes to him. Olivia keeps saying she doesn't care what people say, but you really are bothered when she's sitting over there talking to Corey, so she don't care what we say, but you are bothered by what it is that we're saying. So stop lying, okay? Because I bet you probably sitting over there thinking to yourself, well, if A and B was true about them, and then C and D was true over here about them, then damn, do I not come out genuine when it comes to that car? Yeah, you know you don't, okay? You know you don't, ma'am. Ooh, somebody she don't care, but she bothered. Anyway, and America determined that was a lie, Miss Mother, okay? Tell me some damn she don't care. Yes, you do. You care. You care. What else happened? She says that she's falling for Corey. Yikes, honey. Okay. And Corey said, listen, as long as Olivia good, I'm good. So okay, then fine. Y'all do your thing. Okay, y'all gonna do it anyway because that's just how y'all is. Let's move on. Okay, Jeremy and Bailey. Jeremy has a very low self-esteem. Now, I'll be honest, I was shocked to hear that. I was very shocked to hear that from Jeremy saying that he had low self-esteem, but I feel like it kind of makes a little sense based on his pace and how he moves with the ladies. Because the only person I saw him be aggressive with was Florida. And I really feel like when I think about that, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, I feel like that was the time when he could have potentially been voted off the island if he didn't have somebody being his main person. And I think that could have been the time that Cash ended up saving Corey because Corey thought he was going to go home. So I think that's probably why Jeremy went so hard for Florida, because he probably thought he was going to go home and he wanted to stay in the house. But any other woman that he tried to pursue, he didn't necessarily pursue because of his low self-esteem issues. But I was very, very, very shocked to hear that by him because, like I told y'all yesterday, I think Jeremy is handsome as hell. I think he looks great, got a great body, love the long hair, love the little beard, think he got. Jeremy is fine, okay? But Jeremy has been annoying since he's been on the show, and he's been taking up space for people we would much rather have seen be on the show than him. And it's crazy because everybody talks about how he has this amazing personality, but we never get to see it. So if anything, to us, he comes off very dry, like Charlie. So, okay. What else happened? So Andre and Trina, that's when he asked her, that's when she asked him, but he didn't give her a clear answer. Kyra and Will, he asked her how she feels. I'm like, Will, if you're gonna ask her how she feels, give her a second to respond. He asked her how she feels, and he immediately went into talking. And I think that is also going to be a problem. Okay, let her get her thoughts out. Let her say, don't feed her feelings to her. Let her tell you how she's feeling. Okay, Kyra says it makes her nervous, and she says that she's heard it before from the people in the villa, so now that everybody else is saying that she's concerned. But her biggest issue was the fact of why she was more attacked about it than him. It's because she felt more attacked for people coming after her for not forgiving him or forgiving him too soon instead of it being the other way around. And I'm like, no, ma'am. See, that's where the producers messed up because y'all both was getting that work. The only issue was that they only told you what they said. Okay, so they should have told you how people was getting in his ass too. Okay, what else happened? She says she's annoyed because she's moved on and nobody else has moved on. And the reason we haven't moved on, Kyra, is because, and I'm so glad the girls talked to her, is because we see you going against all of the things in the beginning that you said you did not want to do, because you fall so hard and because you lose yourself in people and all of this and that. Okay, That's what you're giving. You've been giving off vibes like you and Will are married or something. And this man ain't even willing to give you a commitment of a girlfriend, of a title. Okay, he just telling you his feelings are growing bigger, but your title not growing with it. I'm so confused. So you just going along, you coasting along for the idea of what you think love is supposed to be or whatever, based on how it looks in this island. And then once you come out, real life gonna hit, and the shit ain't gonna be the same. You seem like a person that requires a lot. So you just going against everything that you said in the beginning. And people like, girl, you look like a fool. Like, no. Okay, you just gonna let him run over you. And he the person that be doing most of the damn talking anyway. Over talking you and feeding you your thoughts and your feelings. So it's like, girl, you looking crazy. Olivia and Trina. Okay, Olivia says that Kyra is not changing her pattern at all. I said, I'm gonna give you that, Olivia. When you right, you is right. She is not changing her pattern, as I just said previously. Okay, the ladies think that Kyra doesn't want to know anything that isn't perfect. Agree 1000%. Olivia said, I was that person. I'm like, I can relate. I'm sure a lot of us probably can relate to being that person. That's why we be, once you grow past that, you see it and you cringe. It's like, damn, because I feel like I felt just how Trina felt. He gonna hurt her feelings when they get out this villa. I don't think there is a life for them outside of the villa. So Trina was on point with that. Okay, she was definitely on point with that. She don't trust Will, and I think she should keep her eye out on that man. What else happened? When the girls were in the dressing room, Kyra asked them how did they feel about Will. Olivia and Trina tells her that they just want the best for her. But Miss Kyra was like, okay, I hear that. Stop telling me that. Okay, stop telling me you want the best for me. If you see something that's going on that you feel like I'm not noticing, be my friend and tell me. I'm like, okay, that was okay. I'll give you that. You're right. But you do remember, man, Miss Mamas, come from the back, come to the front, Miss Kyra. Everybody bring Kyra to the front. When somebody tried to tell your ass the truth of what you was not seeing, you told her to back up out your business. You told her to scoot back just a little bit because you wanted to live life on your terms and you wanted to love in your relationship how you wanted to love. Do you remember that? Yeah, her name was Shannon. Yeah, and then Shannon said, from here on out, I'm going to let you do what you want to do, okay? See, that's why can't nobody really come to you and say, and you saying that's what you want to hear, but it really ain't what you want to hear for real. And it wasn't until America told you how they really felt that you now want to hear what the hell is going on, okay? So you know, open all ears, eyes, minds, and hearts when it comes to your relationship, Miss Mother, okay? He's not as perfect as his accent may make him appear, okay? Period. What else happened? Trina, like I said, she don't trust Will at all. I'm with Trina. Don't care. Olivia tells her that she is more into Will than he is into her. I said, yes, you are. You are. I don't care what he says. I don't care what his language is. I don't care about none of it. Okay. You are definitely more into him than he is into you. Olivia confirms that he doesn't want a relationship. I said, girl, why did we have to get this far for you to get this information? Okay, why did we have to get this far? Okay, and I'm like, I felt a little bad for Kyra, and I was like, he better get that girl a real relationship. Got this girl out here on TV looking like a damn fool, only to get out in the public and go look like a bigger fool. Once y'all get outside this house, he better give her a real relationship. Bailey asked the prime question. I said, Bailey, come in, referee. She says, has he ever said that he wanted a relationship? Kyra said, not in those exact words. I was like, bitch, what you mean not in those? It's a no. He hasn't. No. He has not. Okay. Kyra says that he never asked her that in exact words. Olivia wants her to say it with her chest, pretty much like going to Will, telling him what you want, pretty much demanding, getting what it is that you want out of this situation. If he ain't talking what you talking, then get on. And I was here for that girl talk. As fake as Olivia is, I was here for that girl talk. What I thought was interesting, the girls was in there for a long time. Atlanta went and got in the bed with Charlie. They was asking where the girls is. She said the girls gonna be in there for a minute. They talking, right? I appreciate how Atlanta kind of mind her business and got up out their mess. So I'm gonna let y'all have that. But here go Will. I think he was up there talking in code or Spanish or whatever their language is to Andre. And I guess they thought my girl Atlanta didn't understand what the hell was being said. So when she spoke up and said, yeah, believe him be, I said, yes, Atlanta. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Leave them be, honey. Leave them be. Y'all see, y'all thought y'all was gonna talk in code, okay? Y'all thought that Andre, you thought you was Amy. That's what that was. You thought you was gonna be able to talk in code about the motherfucker. But I hear what you're saying, baby. I hear you. Okay. So yeah, no, leave them be. They'll be fine. Okay. I was here for her interrupting this all day. I say, let them know you understand. Okay. Let them know that you understand. Is there hearts? Is there hearts in the house tonight? Stand up, stand up. Let them know, okay? I was glad. Let them know that you understand. But it didn't matter because Will went back there anyway. Will went back there anyway to check on the ladies to make sure they were good. And they were good. But they were still helping out his girl, Kyra. Kyra didn't know what to do. Of course, she laid on his chest and stuff. So we'll see how that conversation and stuff is going to end up on tomorrow. So that was the episode, y'all. The episode was very not interesting. The only thing that I liked was the ending part with the girls, for real, them being able to keep it real with Kyra, and Kyra being open enough to receive what the ladies had to say and it not come from like a harmful space, because sometimes it's hard to have those type of conversations with your friends when they don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that she was at a place where she was open. But unfortunately, it took for her to hear what America had to say for her to be open to the ladies. And I mean, I guess we helped a little bit, guys. I guess we helped a little bit. But also, let me school back just a little bit, because she also said that she didn't give a damn what America was talking about. Okay. And she was still going to ride with him. That's what she ended up saying, I believe, to him. So let me go back. Let me see what you guys are over here saying in the comments, honey. It's the way Jamie can't stand Olivia. You forgot to add Corey, okay? Add Corey on there. We're going to be clear. Olivia is trying to push Kyra to say something so her and Corey can win. Interesting. I didn't even think about it like that. I did not even think about it like that. And this may sound crazy, but if it came down to Olivia and Corey, I'd rather it be Will and Kyra. I do. I mean, you know, I may get tired of them kissing and smooching and all this extra stuff, but I'd rather the win. If it's down to them two, I'd rather it be Will and Kyra to win the show. Right. She's allowing him to guide her every step. Women can and should also set the tone and let it be known with it. 1000%. And then people get in these situationships or whatever, and then they get upset when they can't change anything or get whether it's the guy or the woman to switch up the position and grow and elevate to another level. That's because you already accepted where you were. So that's how they're looking at it. They're going to keep you right there. It's very rare. Some people may end up, you know, and giving you a higher status, but a lot of the times that don't always happen. So set the tone for what it is that you really want. You ain't got to deal with nobody you don't want to deal with. And if this person is giving you the flutters and all of this, girl, somebody else, guy is somebody else out there that's going to give you the flutters too, honey. Okay. What else is going on? Oh, you're speaking to somebody. Will and Kyra know each other, so I used to feel for Kyra, but is she acting? Good question. I don't know. I watched the live. I uploaded the live. I also watched the live of Giovanni, Wes, and Amy. I wish Giovanni had somebody when I was watching. I was like, dang, everybody coupled up, but Giovanni, he always gonna be the fifth wheel. And Cash and Cinco, and Amy was on her. Amy was on her shit because Amy had some things to say about Miss Caribou. Okay, and she definitely believes and feels that they did know each other prior, and I could have sworn Cinco confirmed that himself when he was also on that live as well, that they were familiar with each other prior. Let me scroll down to the bottom and see. Thank you so much, Denise, for the super chat. I appreciate that. This episode gave very much scripted. Ooh, lame tweets. Hello. That's why I said I'm gonna go back and look up the names, because I don't trust y'all. Y'all need more people, okay? And cried about it the whole episode. And I saw a tweet that said, "Thank y'all for putting the challenge at the beginning of the episode." I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "Baby, they could have put this in the middle. We didn't need this at the beginning if y'all was gonna drag it out the whole episode. I don't like that. Y'all ain't got nothing else going on in that villa." Okay, can't wait till they read the real ones. Tired of Atlanta and Olivia. White Island. Listen, I can't wait either, because Trina and them tried to say, say it loud for the people in the back. We don't really need their opinion, and it don't really matter, and this and that. They're just saying those are just tweets. And I was like, baby, you must not know about them DMs, okay? Because they probably all in your comments. Especially yours, Corey. At least I would hope so, because I don't even think nobody's running Corey's page to even manage it. And in your DMs. So, honey, bye. And they about tagging you all over the place, girl. Hilarious. Let me see what I'm surprised the eliminated Islanders can speak so freely, but Ariel was in the comments cutting up too. Wait, Ariel was in the comments? What she said? Not Ariel being in the comments. I want to know what Miss Ariel had to say. I was surprised about that as well. And I said, Cash, y'all gonna be the reason that season 4 are probably gonna be limited and not be able to say a whole lot until the show is over. Now they may give them free range to do interviews as far as after the island. They may let them do those, but anything outside of that, they probably gonna mess around and restrict them, because I would assume somebody's gonna probably send the video to Kyra and whoever else. So when they have this reunion, I wonder if any of those questions are going to come up about things that were said on that live. And then I think somebody else said they're supposed to be going live again. I think it's gonna be on Thursday or something. I was hoping it's gonna be tomorrow with Shannon and Josh. I think Cash and Cinco may be going live with Shannon and Josh or something like that. Rumor has it Kyra knew a lot already about this season of Love Island. Now, I do believe Amy confirmed. I think everybody on the live confirmed. I mean, maybe not West, but everybody else that came in earlier on, they confirmed that she did know, because she sent Cinco was it Cinco or no, Giovanni? I think she sent Giovanni a friend request, and he was like, "Who is this? Like, where did that come from?" So they said Kyra did a ton of research before she came on this show. And with that being said, that lets me know that Kyra is not as stupid as she likes to lead on. But when it comes to love, she's dumb AF. I feel like Andre only wants friendship with it and nothing more. Yeah, I think so too. I agree. I think that's all he wants. Correction, Amy appeared to no way more in the live, but West, being in the legal arena, seemed to be telling her to quiet herself a little. He did. And did you notice how he sat back when she first started to go off the hinges about Kyra? He sat back. I was like, ooh, he really don't want her to, say anything, but he sees with Amy's mouth, you ain't finna control me. Okay, you can't handle my mouth, mother. Okay. Let me see what else happened. This tweet challenge was so whack. There was nothing that was told that was brutal enough to keep me interested. Agreed. And it's like they didn't have to get gruesome with it, but it could have been better. And even if the tweets were like whack, I just feel like the episode could have been much, much better. Like followed it up with some footage or something like that. Like, child, it just should have gave me something. It didn't give what it should have been gave. It didn't. And I hope and pray that the rest of the week is not about to be this dry. I wonder who the surprise people are going to be. Because Trina got up and ran, and I'm like, I know they didn't bring y'all families out there. I refuse to believe they didn't brought your family out there for you to run and meet them now. I know that didn't happen. Y'all ain't win no prize like that. Okay? Is they about to fly out the other Islanders that done left the show and have bring them back? Like, I don't know what the whole running was about, but they're supposed to be bringing some surprise people. We'll see how that's going to go. Oh, yes, they can. The past Islanders can really influence the audience. I know Cash already said no Trina hate. She's not here at a place where she's willing to accept any Trina hate. So y'all gonna have to stick with it, deal with it, get with it. What else happened? They also kind of placed their bets on who they think gonna win. I think Cinco is with Will and Kyra, and then somebody, Giovanni thinks Olivia and Corey may get it. The world may never know The world may never know. I don't know why he doesn't want to make it official. That's what I don't understand. You giving her, you telling her all these sweet nothings and everything. You giving her, you kissing her down, loving on her, asking her about life, telling her more than anything about life outside of the villa. But the first thing y'all need to do outside of the villa is make it official. And that's not something that you're trying to do. So good luck. Kyra might have to get herself potentially hurt because she's choosing to ignore the signs. Yeah, and it's sad because some part of me is like, don't cry too long, pick your face up. Because this is the very thing that you did. You did not pay attention to your own patterns to prevent yourself from getting in this situation again. Now, you're not going to be able to avoid all hurt. You know, that's just life, but you can definitely manage, I think, like how deep you go, how hard you fall and stuff like that. Like set up some boundaries and some standards and stuff. And she doesn't seem to do that. She just goes with whatever they're saying. And she rocks out with that. Yep, Shannon tried to tell her, and that's why Shannon said, I'll never tell you anything else. And see, had Shannon been on this show, I feel like Shannon would have really, after watching those tweets, I think she really would have probably dug in with Kyra. She really would have she would have dug in with her. The untitled Kyra is going to need some help when she is out of the villa and will ghost her. Now, that would be messed up for sure if he ghosts her. I don't see it working out, but I hope he don't just ghost her when you live up the street. But let me tell y'all something. Kyra done so much research on this show. She probably already got this man's social security number, his address, the address before that. She already know how many siblings this man has, what his mom and dad's name is, and if he has a dog. Okay, so Kyra probably already knows all of this information and figured out a way to do her research on Will, because I think that's how Kyra gets. I think Kyra is obsessive about things. What else happened? Andre is not open to date other races. I can see that. That's kind of racist when there are all kinds of people in the villa, but most of the people. You think that's racist? I don't really get that that's racist. If he is not interested in dating outside of his race. I want to hear y'all thoughts on that. I don't necessarily think that's racist, but maybe because I know, like in the Black community, a lot of people would say if a guy isn't interested in darker women, then he's a colorist. So I mean, that statement could be true. I'm open to being educated because I don't necessarily see that. What else? The hate that Kyra is getting is crazy. It ain't crazy. You just a stan, and that's okay too, because people could say that you're crazy for being a stan. You know what I'm saying? So it's your opinion, and then you have others that have their opinions, and you know, it is what it is. All of the challenges are whack. They should make the challenges a part of the episode more. Make the challenges longer. Some of the challenges make no sense. That is true. I wonder who was tired of kissing. Because at some point they got tired. We stopped seeing everybody kiss on each other for such a long, it would seem like the first so many challenges was kiss, 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 and we haven't really been seeing it that much. I'm not mad at it at all, but I wonder who spoke up and said, okay, listen, I'm tired of kissing all these. I'm tired of putting my mouth on these people. We got the virus out here and everything. What's going on? Cash said to continue watching the show and to not get on Charlie. Oh yeah, she also said that she did. She said to not do it. She said something else about Charlie, like about him just, figuring out she said something like it was hard for him because he felt like he was constantly being compared to Cinco or whatever. But I'm like, girl, Charlie. Okay, we hear you. Okay, we hear you, girl. You done asked us to continue to watch the show. Okay, now we can't give you both of them. It's gonna be one or the other, and you need to pick one. And right now we'll continue to watch it. But if you sit up here and think that we're not gonna be on Charlie's ass while he in there, you can scoop back just a little bit too, ma'am. What else? I think Kyra thinks that being submissive is the way to go. She might. I want to know more. I mean, it's not that type of show to really know that, but I wonder what she dealt with in her childhood that makes her show up in the world the way that she does, especially when it comes to men. It makes me wonder if she was rejected a lot by her family, or something. Either probably rejected her a lot, or had such high expectations for herself or something. to where being submissive and trying to prove herself to, to a man may show up in her life now versus, how it was in her childhood. Kind of wonder about that. What's the point of telling someone if you just gonna go back and do the same thing? Yeah, true. Speak on it. Shannon tried to open her eyes to the light like the guy did in Bird Box. She didn't want to hear it. Child, no ma'am. No ma'am. Me too. I wish Amy and Wes would have stayed. They could have gotten rid of Olivia and Corey instead. Yes. That was a couple we did not get a chance to see. Ooh. I hate it, man. I hate it. Oh, let's not forget Cash and Trina said that Shannon was wrong for confronting Will. And I don't think Shannon was really wrong for going in on him, because then he like approached her, asking her questions, and she told him what it was. Shannon didn't even want to talk to that man. Didn't even want to talk to that man. So, I mean, he should have got called out. That's true. Will is more concerned about how he may appear to the public. That's true. I saw an article saying that Amy said Will and Kyra knew each other before, but I don't know how true it is. She said that on a live yesterday night. She said that out her mouth. You can see her face. She said that. That's true. Now, whether or not it's true it's true that she said it, but whether or not we know for sure, I believe it, because I believe Cinco or somebody else mentioned it on the live. So I kind of feel like, yeah, I think she probably did know this man. Now, whether they concocted a plan, to get to the end, that's a whole nother story. I don't know. But they could have been familiar with each other. You just told Atlanta her body was banging and it went to her head, but she's super cute. I think Kyra has some heads up before the show because she's from Hawaii. Very, very, very interesting. Kyra is completely oblivious. She's not setting boundaries. So, of course, Will is going to set the tone. What she allows is what, thank you so much. That is a fact. 1,000%. 1,000%. Will is showing us the real meaning of why buying the cow when you can get the milk for free. Okay. And if they win this money, he better make that girl his girlfriend. She'll help you win some coins, and you still not gonna get her a title. Girl, you better break up with that man that day. Atlanta needs to chill just because she is representing the normal woman. Don't get it twisted. We still don't care for you. Don't do her like that. I didn't like Atlanta. I don't like Charlie. Charlie is the person that I'm not featuring. Atlanta was being married. Oh, you talking about when she went back and told them about how the ladies were in there talking? I didn't think she was being messy. Y'all thought she was being messy because she did tell them to not go. She told him not to go in there and leave them ladies alone. He didn't. He did not give a damn. Will said, damn, now I'm still gonna go back here to get all that. Nah, Atlanta didn't do nothing. She had no other choice but Charlie. She just trying to stay in the game. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty awkward the way that he came in after somebody said, just chill. She got to come to bed soon. She got to come to bed soon. So then you go over there to be like, you good? Like, yeah, it was something that was off about it. I don't trust Will at all. Yeah, he probably was nervous. But I still didn't try. It's something about it. I ain't like that. I don't think he innocent at all. I think he knows exactly what to do. Atlanta told the guys that their girls were talking. Will come in asking where Kyra is. One of the guys says she's been talking a long time. Atlanta says they're talking about their feelings. Leave them be. Yep. You missed the emoji that I used to use when you talk about Corey and Olivia, honey. Listen to me. That thing has not gone anywhere, honey, because I still be on my exactly how I be feeling about them all day long. I can't deal. It ain't going nowhere. It's still there. I just don't use it as much. What else are you guys saying? I'd rather the win to go to the lawn chair in the fake grass because these bootleg clothes are not it. I'd rather them to just spread it out amongst the audience. Spread it out amongst us, okay? Let us vote on that. Let us vote on which one of the fans is going to win. That's what you can do for the girls. Oh, I'm watching Flo, and was like, she told Will she was not sleeping in his bed unless he asked her, and he did. So she don't know why he's saying she was the one that came in his bed. That's the shit that we be talking about with Will. Will like to do stuff and then rephrase it as though it wasn't him to begin with, you know. And he did the same thing when he wanted her to sleep in his bed, but wanted Corey to make the decision. Corey to say who's going to sleep in whose bed, you know, and just so as the cameras are watching, it'll look as though Will didn't ask her to sleep in the bed. Corey put her there. Like, Will is full of shit. Interesting. Will appears to be a covert narcissist. It is important to him how the public perceives him. He must always be the good guy, even if he's being bad. And Kyra is his supply. Interesting point. Interesting point. Interesting point. I can't. Have you noticed that Olivia does not attract interesting white guys? She really wanted someone white. Corey is a safe bet, but both of them are not that huggy, kissy. They are not. I wonder why she doesn't necessarily. I mean, I think she attracted. Here's the gag, right? So Olivia does attract white guys. Olivia does not choose the white guys. At this point, honestly, Olivia, if you want a woman, just say that. And America will be okay with that completely. Slade wanted her, didn't get a chance to know him. Who else? She really liked old boy. What's his Andre or whatever, didn't get a chance to be with him. Corey snatched her up, but you would have thought she would have continued to pursue somebody that was the ideal person for her when she came into the villa. So I feel like Olivia don't like nobody. Olivia don't like nobody. That's why I'm like, if you want a girl, just say that. If you want to be with a woman, just say that. Because she really don't like nobody. And then you want to spring this up on us, 2 weeks before the show ends, that you and Corey are just madly an item. No, ma'am. I refuse to believe. Bro, the show would be spicy if they brought the Casa Amor girls back and have the girls watch the Casa Amor clips. They could just play the clips by themselves and that would be it. I do wonder, when it comes down to the reunion, I'm wondering whether or not they are going to bring back every single person that was a part of the villa. I did not catch last year's. If they had a reunion, I didn't catch that one from last year's. But is that how it normally go? Like, will they bring will they bring in everybody, or will it just be the main cast and they'll just be asking them questions? That's what I'm wondering. I think that Slade was her type. The other white guys aren't like Slade. Slade is tall. Yeah, and she liked Slade, though. She did say that she liked Slade, but I guess in her defense, he left too soon, so we weren't able to see any type of connection with them. But I really feel like Olivia would have still thrown him to the wolves because that's how she was with all the other people. She wasn't really trying to make no connection for real. I could have sworn Cash said that they were going to like have something. I'll have to look and see. If not, that's fine. But I could have sworn it's been talks that they may reunite. But if so, maybe that's something different. Maybe it's not like an actual reunion. Season 4, they need to let the public pair up these couples. That would be interesting. Even if they went in and they chose everybody how they normally do, and then we get to choose who they couple up with, who we think may be a good match, that would be a good one. But they got to listen to us, though. It can't be no, okay, here are the 3 people or the 4 people America thinks should be a match. Now you guys get together and based on characteristics, you guys tell us who you would like to see. Like, I don't want no shit like that. Just say that. That's the type of voting they need to give us. Okay, we just want a just say that. And once we just say that, they need to stick to that. Don't be trying to go and maneuver and move around and do all that extra stuff that y'all be doing. Okay. I've come to accept that Love Island is not a democracy. Our voices will not be heard. Our comments and votes don't count in the House. You could have a point. And next season, I'm probably going to vote one time. And the moment they do what they always do, I'm not going to probably vote no more. Why are we keeping Charlie? He is emotionally dead and untrustworthy. Jerry, please leave the room as well, even if your father is the producer of the show. That's why we still have Charlie, because we still have Jeremy. And it's clear that the people in the house do not know how to make the best decisions, okay? They don't know how to make the best decisions in anything when it comes to Love Island. All season, they really never let us have the final say on who stays and who goes. If they listened, Jeremy and Olivia would have been gone a long time ago. Even before Cash left, I just felt as though I couldn't see any couples lasting outside of the villa. That would be interesting if the couples that connected outside of the villa and our couples lasted longer than the people that were actually in the house. Interesting. I feel like if that happens, I wouldn't be completely shocked because I would probably feel like we know it wasn't for TV. If Kyra and Will win, I want her to keep all of the money and see if he will stay with her after the show. Now, you know that ain't going to happen, girl. They're going to split that check right down the middle, and they're going to get it taxed. So what are y'all really winning? The couples outside of the villa are more entertaining. The live last night was spewing so much tea. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. And I hope they do another one. Trina is so pretty and look like a doll, but she is too easy and also sexual too. This can make the man run. I can agree with that. She gotta learn. Hopefully she learns from her mistakes here as well. Do you think Charlie was heartbroken and that's why he acts the way he does? I don't know if I mean, it could be. I honestly do not know, once again, how to read Charlie. He hasn't even given us anything. Like, at least Jeremy told us that he got low self-esteem, but like, I don't know what to say about Charlie. And if his heart was broken, broke by who? It had to be by somebody before he got to the villa. I don't know what that's about. Although I want Cash and Cinco to make it, I feel he is just going with the flow and not enough into Cash to make it last. I mean, that could be true. I don't know. The connection seems to be a mutual one to me at this time, but time will tell. I definitely believe in their connection more than I believe in Corey and Olivia. I believe in Wes and Amy more than I believe in Corey and Olivia. I believe Kyra lost herself in that situationship with Will because I really don't know her. I really don't know her outside of that situation. Everything she didn't want is starting to happen all over again, and she's not learning. It's sad. Shannon said in her After the Island interview that a lot of her arguments with Will was cut, and Will was saying very malicious things. I believe he ain't innocent. I agree, because There was a time after that issue happened where they showed a clip of the girls talking. And I'm lying, it was Trina and Will talking. And Trina said, brought to his attention, or he said that he called Shannon some names. And I said that in one of my reviews. I was kind of shocked because they didn't show us that. So that right there also is showing me that the producers are trying to paint a certain image of Will as well, as though he's a nice guy and all this shit. But yeah, he definitely said some things out of the way. I believe they both said some things to each other. I think she called him out his name, he called her out his name. But even more so, it just lets me know that Will is not to be trusted. Not no time soon. If the families are coming in tomorrow's episode, I want Kyra's family to come for Corey, like Sally's family came for Johnny. Aww. That would be interesting if they came for Corey. Charlie is a definition of the lights are on, but no one is home. He's emotionally unavailable. Oh, Jenny says Cinco was watching edited videos of him and Cash when they were in Hawaii. That man like him some Cash, baby. That's what it looked like to me. Look like that man like him some Cash. I just looked it up. Flo and Lewis Hamilton had a thing going on. If she can pull someone like that, she's not worried about Will. Ooh. Yeah, she probably done moved on from all these people on this show so far. Yo, if I would love to see everybody's. I wish they would drop that on Paramount Plus. Drop everybody's casting tape. But I wonder if everybody has a casting tape, because I think Amy and Wes, I feel like one more person said that someone from ITV like messaged them. They like DM'd them to get on the show. So they probably don't have an actual audition tape. But for those that do, I wouldn't mind seeing it. That would be good. That would be good TV. Their signs don't match relationship-wise, but best friend vibes they do. Which one? You talking about Cinco and Cash or Kyra and Will? Who are you talking about? And if so, what are their signs? I'll be honest. I don't even know. Who is Lewis Hamilton, everyone? Whoa, what if Cash and Cinco are the first people to remain together for the long run on the show? I'd like to see it. I'm not saying anything, but Jeremy walked so well in heels in the Paramount episode. He walked like a model. I am not saying anything, though. I mentioned that yesterday because he did a little twist and everything, like a spin around. You know, Jeremy really had it going on in those heels. I felt like that was the most personality I saw him display than the personality he's displayed with women. So I was like, okay, then you say you got a personality and all that. Okay, this is my first time seeing it when you put on heels. So that's what's up. Okay, so Isaiah was contacted via Instagram Live. Also, I wonder what Isaiah's doing. I wonder what he's up to. And I am so glad Amy and Isaiah did not, like, they are not a match. I know she probably looking back like, girl, what was I seeing in this young man when I got all of this over here, all of this Harvard and everything over here? Girl, let me tell you, Amy ain't never going home. I'm always seeing her with Wes. I thought that they lived in two different, like, states, but I'm always seeing her with Wes. I said, Amy ain't never going to the house. You hear me? Ever. And if Wes was mine, I wouldn't be going to the house either, honey. Y'all, I'll go ahead and get me a moving crew, set up my storage, honey. Y'all go ahead and put everything in unit B23, whatever. Okay. Take pictures when you're done, honey. All right, let me go and turn my key in, because I will be right there by West Side. I'm going to stick beside him, period. Hear me? I'll be just like Miss Amy, honey. Okay, Lewis Hamilton is a famous race car driver. His net worth is $280 million now. One of the best. Lori Harvey dated him for a little while. Oh, did not know that. Did not know that. Best Formula One racer in the world. Wow. Is he still looking? Race car driver used to be in a relationship with Nicole Scherzinger. Okay. I always say her last name wrong. I just heard Cash does not wear out her welcome. I know they look happy together, but my late husband was a lot like Cinco and liked the game and the chase. Very interesting. We shall see. We shall see. He liked the game and the chase. I'm going to be mad with Cinco now. Long as they don't end too soon, because all she said was come hang out with me when I go catch my flight. Okay, next thing you know, Miss Girl done left from the flight and she done made it all the way to his house hanging out with his daddy and the daddy cooking. Now, whose idea was that? And she's been there for more than one day. So whose idea was that, Cinco? You better get it together. I was joking with them. I asked them if the island was that traumatic since they've been drunk just about every night since they left. Did anybody see the meme someone made about Isaiah and Wes and they were talking charades from Pokemon? I haven't seen that. I'm gonna have to look this Lewis Hamilton man up. I probably seen him before and just didn't know his name. Last year, there was an article like Lewis Hamilton enjoys yacht trip with model Florence and jet-setting life of Lewis Hamilton, the model pal. She has options. Why would she choose a bud tender? Why would she choose Love Island? Okay, you should have stayed over there on a race car island. All right. Am I the only one? Am I one of the live conversations today? Someone asked her. What? And I am one of the live conversations today. Someone asked her where she lived in. And as she was turning around to look at Cinco, she said, right at the moment, I'm homeless. Hilarious. At the moment, I'm homeless. Good night. And that's funny. All right, guys, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It's been past the hour. I have some other content that I need to get out, guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for the super chats that's been coming in. Also, please be sure to like the video on your way out. And if you have any recommendations for videos, drop them down below. Okay. If you see somebody else make a recommendation for like a video, comment under that and say yes. Because if one person's asking me for something, I might not do it, okay? Because I'm not getting enough people saying that they're interested, okay? So that's just that. That's all I have. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.